it's because I was born on Friday. But this morning we have a very important conversation. Of course, you know that the UK Prime Minister Liz Truss has resigned.
Yeah.
She's indicated that she's okay. She wants to let it go, and already a lot of you have started asking questions. Oh, is the democracy in other parts of the world different from the democracy that we practice in Ghana?
Well,
I don't know. Maybe you may want to answer that. You don't answer that. Our listeners would answer that. And when they join us on Twitter, they would answer, those questions. But also this morning, we started a conversation last week, about greed. Whether it was faith or greed that led many Ghanaians into believing that once they give money, they would have more money. You've gone to church and you've been told, sow a seed.
yeah.
Is it faith or is greed? Or are the pastors just taking advantage of people? We'll get into this conversation.
That'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting, yes.
Yeah.
I've been saying that in our traditional setup, as African traditional religion practitioners, and you know that African traditional religion has no scriptures. They have no written scriptures. The scriptures are in the lives and thoughts of the African. And in the past, we believe that poverty was a sin. So if we get money, we'll share it for everybody. So you build a house, we call it compound houses.
Exactly.
And when your grandfather has money, the other uncles and aunties would live in that house. If your father has money, he will build one for his family and build one for you.
True.
If he doesn't have money, he will build one and all of you will share.
True.
So is that the reason we are what we are? We'll find out more here on the Super Morning Show. But now time for the Joy Business Report with Pius, Backah, and the team.
Hello everyone, it's time for the Joy Business Report. Coming up, senior finance lecturer at the University of Cape Coast Business School calls for some level of price control of basic goods to check inflation and also protect the vulnerable in current economic challenges. Meanwhile, Ghana Union of Traders Association, that's GUTA, demands a firm assurance and an action from government over rising import duty at the ports after calling off strike. We'll hear more. And President Akufo-Addo commissions Kumasi-Bolgatanga transition line to boost power export to Burkina Faso. We have details of these and many more shortly. Pleasure you could stay on. I am Pius, Kojo, Backah. A look at our stories now. Senior finance lecturer at the University of Cape Coast Business School, Siriam Kawo, is advising government to introduce a policy that will control the prices of some basic goods. He explained that such a policy will help check inflation and also distribute basic goods equally to the rich and the poor. Speaking to Joy Business, Mr. Kawo maintained that such policies have been tested in many jurisdictions across the world.
There is a need for us to have a price control mechanism, a law that controls the prices of certain commodities that we have on our market. So if I buy something in Accra and I'm buying it in Kumasi or buying it in Cape Coast, the price must be the same. We have it for some commodities that we have. Water, the prices are regulated. Alcoholic beverages, the prices are regulated. And so we should be able to do that particular one. In addition to that, it's high time we start a massive education on the setting of prices in our economy, educate the masses on how they can set the prices, and then the Ministry of Trade and Industry must also come to the market to make sure that the traders do the right thing. And if we allow traders to continue whatever they want, the profit that they want to make, and then they pass on this cost to the consumer, then we are going to suffer a
Senior finance lecturer at the University of Cape Coast Business School, Siriam Kawo, speaking there. Now, the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, is demanding an action from government and the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority over what they describe as unfair high import charges at Ghana's ports. According to the president of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obeng, the situation has been compounded by the free fall of the cedi and is making businesses unbearable at the port. He told Joy Business government must act now.
Our meeting with the Ministry of Trade and the Deputy Minister of Finance and then Commissioner General on Friday last week, this issue came, and then they pledged that they promised to do this for us, for which we are very grateful. But we want firm assurances. We want to see it working, and that's what makes us keep talking about it. Otherwise, they've told us, but we are waiting that it is published and we know the figures. And then we are convinced that everything is on board. You see, duties have been going up so far as the exchange rate is also going up. So at least if they fix it for us, it means that the duties that we pay are going to be stabilized, and that will also mitigate some of the numerous problems that we have, and that will take some of the stress for us.
Dr. Joseph Obeng is president of GUTA, a while longer with GUTA because they have called off their strike after meeting the gunman Cheni Kentucky Crude II, the president Akufo-Addo, yesterday. Now, GUTA, in a statement, urged all its members to open their shops from today, October 21. President Akufo-Addo has directed that a working committee made up of Trade Ministry, GUTA, and the National Security be set up to address the issues. Now, the traders shut their shops this week in protest of what they say is difficult economic condition as a result of high inflation, high interest rates, and the free fall of the cedi against the US dollar. All right, so it's a good time to check the exchange rate market. And the cedi's depreciation continued as it is going for 14 cedis, 50 pesos to the dollar this morning. It is also selling at 16 cedis to the pound sterling. On the other hand, it is trading at 13 cedis, 30 pesos to the euro. So there you go with that. Now, President Akufo-Addo has commissioned the Kumasi-Bolgatanga transition line to boost power export to Burkina Faso. This follows the construction of what officials of the Ghana Grid Company, Gridco, described as a game-changing 330 kilovolts transition line in Kumasi. The completion of the Kumasi-Bolgatanga transition line will see the export of 200 kilovolts of power to Burkina Faso. The Ashanti and other beneficiary regions are also assured of a sustainable and reliable power supply. Here is Kamral Blay Amehia, board chair of Gridco.
These projects, together with others in the energy sector, have made Ghana a feeder in the delivery of reliable energy in Africa. The project that we commissioned today in particular is a game changer and a key component in ensuring sustainable and reliable power delivery in Ashanti and other regions in the Middle Belt and the North. More importantly, it has enabled Gridco to export power to Burkina Faso.
Cabral Blay Amehia is the board chairman of Gridco. Young entrepreneurs have been urged to diverse various strategies to take advantage of the harsh economic conditions. According to seasoned journalist and head of Corporate Affairs Department of the Ghana Commercial Bank PLC, Kojo, young people should be innovative to create various opportunities to support the Ghanaian economy. He spoke to Joy Business at the launch of his book titled Leading an Extraordinary Life, a Guide for Personal Transformation.
Will you only complain that the world is difficult and then you throw your arms in the air? The book is telling you that there are certain things that you can do. So when others are saying it is difficult, you will be smiling. There are opportunities in difficult times. And the book is telling us that there are certain things that we can do.
Kojo Kwateng is a seasoned journalist and head of Corporate Affairs Department of the Ghana Commercial Bank PLC. On Business Journal today, car detailing services are expected to be in high demand as Ghana's automotive industry grows. Car owners are gradually shifting attention from the usual car wash to detailing services due to its precise and labor-intensive nature. James Oshan visited a car detailing point to understand how the industry works.
Car detailing business, also known in Ghana as car wash business, can be highly profitable with a low barrier to entry and equally low overhead costs. A growing public awareness and acceptance of automotive hygiene are creating lucrative market opportunities for this industry. Jason has been doing this business for over 15 years. He tells me the investment made into a proper car detailing business can discourage an individual who intends to go into this business.
Detailing is a little more sophisticated than your regular cleaning. And depending on the car you're working on, you require a lot of different techniques, equipment, and supplies, and more importantly, expertise.
In addition, If one is looking to run a car detailing business legally, it is extremely important to form a company. If you're starting with limited resources, you either go in for a proprietorship business structure at the beginning, check with local authorities, and find if any licenses and permits are required or not to run a car detailing business locally. Jason explains the journey so far.
I would say car detailing is relatively new to the automotive scene here in Ghana. Yeah, people have always pushed to maintain and clean their cars, but detailing as an art is relatively still new in the industry. And with anything new, it's a little difficult to implement sometimes because it takes a lot of sales, a lot of convincing, because it's a little expensive and time consuming.
The market analysis conducted shows that the car detailing market segment is characterized by significant business opportunity. Customers are increasingly modifying their cars to meet their personal needs, and this trend cuts across customers of diverse age and gender. Jason employs mostly ladies as a marketing strategy to get customers.
Initially, we never planned to have this many ladies. It just happened naturally. We were aiming for a 50-50 distribution, but ultimately I would say the ladies tend to be a little more reliable and a little more hardworking.
For Akosia, Abigail and Rita, the job is less demanding because of the machines used.
I'm steaming the AC vein so that it will kill the germs and the bacteria in the vein. I've been here for almost like getting to 1 year now. For me, I saw it to be a normal thing, and like it's been cool, good and nice to me, because not all ladies want to be working at the car wash, but as for me, I saw it to be like what man can do. Women can also do better.
The International Car Wash Association states that 97% of car owners turn to a car detailing business to maintain the beauty of their vehicles and prolong the years of service. This translates to a massive $38 billion in revenue for the car wash industry. This number continues to grow due to the significant reduction in the number of people who wash their cars at home.
On the commodities market, crude oil opened this morning at $92.90 a barrel. Gold lost more than $7 to open trading at $1,620 an ounce. Cocoa is selling at $2,328 a ton after increasing by $20 from the last trading. And that's it for the Joy Business Report. With me, Pius, Kojo, Backah, and Mamavi Obuswabwaje.
Yes, Kojo.
That's behind the console.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the business. What did you say the dollar was again?
Dollar is trading almost at 14 cedis, 50%.
So that's close to 50. You don't say.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, listen, what can we say? Thankfully, Guta is back.
Yeah.
They say they are opening shops today, so we'll see how that goes. But I had a conversation with a trader. You know, yesterday some of the traders opened.
Yes.
But they closed rather very early because they realized that not many people showed up. And apparently, some of them are staying away today. So we'll see how the market goes.
We'll see how things go, yeah.
Kojo, thanks a lot for business this